Oh, what's good, guys? Welcome back. Hope you're having an amazing weekend because the Weekend Classic is finally back. I hope you all go 6-0 and cash in those big rewards. And of course, that also means it's time for a brand new tier list video. I'm going to be updating the pitchers, relievers, infielders, and outfielders tier list. Today, I'm starting with relievers, but you already know that. You saw the thumbnail, you saw the title. Let's get right into it. Let's not waste any more time. I don't want this to be a super long video. If you enjoy the content, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already and leave a like. It really helps me out a lot. Also, let me know in the comments who's been your favorite reliever so far. I love to hear it. For me, it's got to be Felix. He's an absolute beast, the best reliever in the game in my opinion. Enjoy the intro.
When I was 16, I won a great victory. I felt in that moment I would live to be 100. Now I know I shall have 230. None of us know our end, really, or what hand will guide us there.
Starting off, as always, from the bottom, we got F tier. I will say pitching is extremely subjective. This is only my opinion. Take this with a grain of salt. You already saw what I'm rocking currently with my bullpen. I mainly play on Hall of Fame, and those are my 8 guys currently. F tier, I don't think you should be using any of these guys. Also, I don't think I can just say that you're dumb and stupid if you're using one of these guys. But if you're using someone that you do not see in this video, I would say you need to get him out of your bullpen ASAP, because I'd be surprised if you're doing well with him. So I did not include every pitcher in the game just because there's so many. And I mean, what's the point? I mean, if you don't see him, he's not good enough to be in your team. If you see him right here, you probably need to get away from him today. So Mark Davis, he's just an 85 overall. I mean, at this point, you're probably going to see a lineup full of 100 contact players, so he's going to be pretty bad. Josh Hader, I used him for a while and I really enjoyed him as an oldie. I was using him just solely facing lefties, and he was amazing for me. But now everybody has a lineup full of switch hitters, so you're going to have to throw to a righty. He's going to get shelled. No point in using him. Pretty outdated now. This Andres Munoz, if you couldn't afford him back in the day, you probably saw him and think he was probably the best reliever in the game. But in reality, he is trash. He's straight up dog shit. One of the worst relievers in the game. So now if you go in the market and see that he's like 10, 15K now, please do yourself a favor. Do not buy this car. He is trash. Same thing with this Anthony Dominguez that just came out today. He may have the per nines, but his pitch mix is horrible. His stuff is horrible. He has one of the most I don't know if I could say generic releases. He's just so terrible. He sucks. He's so bad. His fastball, all of his stuff is just bad. He's so bad. Please do not use this card. Ryan Hasley, for 100,000 stubs, you could get Felix Bautista, who I've already said is the best reliever in the game. Please do not buy this card. He's pretty bad. He's not even close to Felix, and for 100K. Mostly he's here because he's 100K. If he wasn't, I'd probably put him in C tier or D. But I'm judging also on price. Same thing with this Rob Dibble. I think he's 40, 30K now. 3-pitch mix, pretty outdated by now. Never had the best per nines. Stay away from him. And I don't know if anybody's ever used Pete Fairbanks online, but 3-pitch mix, no outlier. He's terrible. If you have him, please do not use him. We move on into D tier. At the top of your screen, you're seeing Andrew Miller and Justin Martinez. Those guys are only here because of the captain boost they provide. You can get a very nasty captain boost for J-Ram with Miller and one for Ketel with Martinez. With the new update that we got today, I don't think that's a very good idea. Not only are these not the best bullpen arms, I don't think Marte and J-Ram make your squad anymore. That said, that's only if you have a god squad. Hobie Milner, I guess some people won't hit him. They just cannot touch this guy. I would say Hobie Miller is mostly an all-star player because you're going to be facing worse players that's why they're an all-star. Goose Gossett, he's always solid, nice. He has bad per nines, so I don't think it's smart to be using him now. Randy Rodriguez, whatever. Like he has very basic pitch mix. I think he throws a four seam sinker, slider, and a changeup. Doesn't have the best per nines. I think he has very good hits per nine, but that's about it. And he's a little bit funky, but he doesn't wow you. Griffin Jacks is a pitcher that I see a lot of people gravitate towards, and I really don't understand why. He throws like three curveballs. I get that he gets to like 100 on his four seam, and he throws a sinker, but he's not funky. Throws like three curveballs. I see there's much better options. Craig Kimbrell, this card would be legit or like at least usable in my opinion if he had outlier on the four seam, but unfortunately he doesn't. Zach Agnes, I'm pretty sure that's his name. He's like mid. Like he's honestly, I could probably make a case for him being in C tier. He just has a very basic pitch mix, super generic release. Doesn't have the best per nines, but he kind of has a decent pitch mix. So if you're using him, I'd probably start looking somewhere else now. Jesse Chavez, I really wanted to put this guy in like B tier, but he doesn't have the speed differential. I mean, unless you're on Legend, but even on Legend, I just use Eckersley now that he's 10K or that Darren O'Day. Onto C tier, we have a couple of lefties here to start off the tier. Gregory Soto, him and Chapman are the only lefty fireballers that we currently have, so he's definitely unique in that sense. But he's nothing special. Outdated by now. Doesn't have the best per nines. Control is pretty bad. I guess if you don't have Chapman and you like your fireballers out of the pen, he's your guy. Ian Seymour, I think he's pretty much a legend only pitcher. That circle change with the new changes they made to it, it's going to be nasty on Legend. On Hall of Fame, I probably would shy away from this card. He throws very slow, more of a control freak. So I don't think I could recommend using this card in Hall of Fame. I have not tried it online yet, but he looks like decent. Denny Santana, he's just like fine. He has 5 pitches, throws kind of hard. Per nines are okay. He's like literally the definition of mid, and he's free. Matt Brash, 5 pitch mix again. He's pretty underrated. I'd say he's very comparable to this Santana, but again, kind of getting outdated at this point. He's super cheap, so maybe if you just started playing the game, or you're on an extreme budget, or maybe you just don't really value bullpen arms, he's a great option. Eric Gagne, I think he's kind of terrible, but he's mostly here because he's 20K. And I don't think he's worth it. Very bad, terrible pitch mix to be honest. Blake Trinan, you're not using him for the boost because his boost is terrible for the Dodgers. He's the same pitcher as Ottavino with better control, like much better control, but doesn't have the per nines. I think he has good hits per nine, but that's about it. He's not funky and he doesn't throw very hard. So C tier for him. If you like him, he's your favorite player. If you are having fun with any of these guys, please keep using them. That's the whole point of the game, is just to have fun. So if you're not looking for the most meta pitchers and you're not trying to sweat every single minute you're playing this game, then you just keep using these guys. You're going to be just fine. Finally, we start to see some good cards here. Starting off with two lefties again. John Franco. It really pains me to put him here because he was in my bullpen for like 3 months, which is crazy. But a lot of lefty relievers came out today. Very good relievers. I just have to bump him down. I don't think he's as good as some of the arms that we got today. Golden Danny Colum, he's here. He's still solid. If you're too cheap or you don't care about bullpen arms that much, he's an amazing option. He's pretty much free. I mean, what is he now? Like 800, 1,000 stubs, 900 stubs. Extremely good option, but I think you're crazy if you don't have that Diamond Dynasty. He's probably the best. He's definitely the best lefty reliever in the game, and he's like 15K now. He is a must-have in your bullpen. Ben Joyce, some people shit on him, but he was very decent for me for the time that I used him. I think I had like a below 2 ERA in like 10 innings, which I know is not a big sample size, but for me, I really try to use my relievers the least amount of innings that I can, because I really don't trust them. Now that we got some reliable arms, maybe I start to use them a little bit more, but there was a point where I really was just like really milking my starters for some innings. But Ben Joyce throws very hard, fireballer. He really just holds things down the middle sometimes, so he maybe not ideal. Jeff Hoffman, super solid, very reliable, great on that Blue Jays boost. If you're somehow still using Santander, maybe for Blatty. But again, kind of outdated by now. Same thing with Ben Joyce. He's still good. Like, I'm not gonna shit on you if you use him. Lucas Erceg, very underrated card to be honest. Good pitch mix, throws very hard. He's fine. And then Iggy here, outlier sinker with a decent pitch mix. He's like, I think he's a little bit better than average. So he's the perfect definition for B tier. A tier. This is like the best of the rest here. As you can see, I pretty much have every good reliever left on the game here. Starting off with Darren O'Day and Dennis Eckersley. These are here because I feel like if you're on Legend, you have to use one of these guys because they're very unique. You know, they're control freaks. They're going to dot that slider, that changeup, that sinker in the corner 9 times out of 10. So for Legend, I feel like you have to use at least one of these guys for you to have success. If you're a Hall of Fame and All Star, I definitely wouldn't recommend using these guys. Maybe O'Day because he's funky and weird and he has good per nines, but I feel like he's getting kind of outdated at this point. Andrew Miller, I have not used him. I have not faced him. I haven't played a game in the Weekend Classic yet. I was grinding all day, but he looks amazing. I really wanted to put him in S tier, but you know, without any gameplay, I cannot put him there just yet. I have a feeling he might get there, but we'll see. Robleski here. I put him here because he's very funky, extremely funky. I had him in my bullpen for the offline grinding I was doing, and he's extremely funky, but he doesn't have the best pitch mix, and he has like literally no speed differential. He's here because he has 70 stamina, so he's a very unique. He's pretty much the only long reliever that we currently have in the game. He's a lefty and he's funky, so I feel like he can find his way to your bullpen. If you are going for that Bobby Gritch, you can log this guy in and maybe give him a go on your bullpen because he's fine. Aaron Bummer, again, I used him for a couple innings. He got shelled for me, but he's very good. He's like a worse version of Strom and Coulomb, but he's still good. Chapman, the only fireballer lefty in the game, so again, for that reason, he's still in the A tier. He's still good. Doesn't have the best stats and pretty bad control. Very easy to lose the strike zone with, but he's still Chapman at the end of the day. He's always going to work. Now we go to our righties. Devin Williams, I feel like he's like the default pitcher that everybody's going to use now that he's 10K. He's 94 overall, great per nines. He has the stats. Pitch mix is fine. Delivery is fine. I feel like he's going to be in every bullpen. Justifiably, probably, yes. He's not. I don't feel like he has any wow factor. So for that reason, he's S tier. But I would say he's probably in every bullpen out there. Ottavino, super funky. He always works. Has good stats. Doesn't have the best control, can lose the strike zone, but he's still out of Vino. He's going to do wonders for you. Loaizaga, he's still fine. He can dot that sinker every time. Outlier, doesn't have the greatest pitch mix and his break. I feel like his pitches don't really break his changeup, his slider, and his slurve. But he throws sinker and he throws it hard with good control. He's good. Raleigh Fingers, again, another guy that really pains me not putting him in the S tier. I have like 20 something innings, like almost 30 innings pitch on ranked, just ranked, and I have like a 3 ERA with him. He always is amazing in MLB The Show. One of the best relievers every year consistently. I know he's an only 5, but he has the stats, amazing clutch, has like 37 stamina, so you can throw him out there for 2 innings without getting into the yellow. For me, that's super clutch. Unfortunately, I dropped him out of my bullpen for now. I mean, until he gets a better card for sure. This Clase, I really wanted to put him in the S tier, but 3 pitches, I don't really know about that. We'll see. I think he's still going to be fine, but I probably say this Michael Kopech will be better than him. I hope he doesn't because I'm kind of tired of seeing this Kopech. Like he still has maxed out clutch and hits, so he's going to be very good. Control, the par sizes are insane on Hall of Fame and obviously Legend. But he has just a great pitch mix. Like honestly, he's just great. Luke Weaver, he always gets shelled for me, but again, I cannot argue with maxed out hits and clutch. 5 pitches. He's still super solid for me. He always gives up a home run. He always gets shelled, but he's still very reliable from what I've seen. Let's move on to S tier. At last, we have the cream of the crop S tier. I feel like these four arms should be in every God Squad bullpen out there. If you're just trying to sweat your ass off in every game, I feel like you need these four arms in your bullpen. They're just head and shoulders above everybody else. I know they're expensive. Columba and Matt Strom, they're like under 20k, but Morjon is like 30k, and Felix, he usually is around 80 to 120k, which is a lot for a reliever, but in my opinion, he is definitely worth the subs. And these three, doesn't matter what difficulty you play in, doesn't matter if you play on All-Star, Hall of Fame, Legend, even on Veteran, these guys will work. They're just so good. They're incredible. Felix is amazing. Nasty splitter, throws extremely hard. He feels like he throws 104, 105. He's funky. He's like 6'7", so he's huge. Morejon, great velocity, great stats. Danny Colum is just Danny Colum, best lefty in the game. He's still the best lefty in the game. Doesn't matter that he doesn't have the best stats. I almost have him P5 now. He's even more disgusting. And Matt Strom, he just works. Like, he just works. He just gets the job done. He can pitch to righties too, as well as Danny Colum. Morejon, I would threat lightly versus a righty, but again, every lineup is just full of switch hitters, so you're going to first face left righties regardless. So I don't feel like having, three lefties in your bullpen, which is like, it was like the magic number, throughout the years, just having three lefty arms in your bullpen. I feel like this year you just have to have the best arms out there, period, which is why I'm going to give you two examples of what I would consider are very good bullpens in this stage of the game. So that was the end of the tier list. Now let's go on to the examples. Okay, so here we have what I consider to be the best bullpen in the game. You have Felix, Devin Williams, O'Day, and Ottavino as your righties. And then you have for lefties in Andrew Miller, Morejon, Matt Strom, and Danny Columbe. Already talked about Batista, Morejon, Strom, and Colombe being S tier. Maybe Andrew Miller gets there, but I don't feel like there's going to be four S tier relievers in the game right now. But I feel like this bullpen is perfect for any difficulty that you're playing on, though. They transcend difficulties. You have the four best relievers in the game, probably the best five relievers in the game. If you count Andrew Miller, again, I have not played with him just yet, and I have not faced him. I have not played a single online game. I was grinding all day, but this is what I would consider to be the best bullpen as of July 4th. Let's move on to a more budget friendly bullpen. And the total cost of this bullpen here is like 40,000 stubs, I believe, because Columbus like 15k, Matt Strom 18k, Devin Williams is pretty sure he's under 10k now, and Kopech is like 3k, probably even less. Clase is free, Weaver free, Fingers free, and that Aaron Bummer is basically free if you did the program, and he's free. Okay, so under 40 stubs, under 40,000 stubs. I'm only rocking with three lefties here because I feel like the righties are better there than any other lefty option. Maybe you could throw in Chapman instead of Bummer, but he's a little bit more expensive, so he would go. I feel like you would have to pay like 50,000 something stubs. I don't really know how much is Chapman going for. I'd say he has to be very cheap. So, I mean, I guess it's up to you between Bummer and Chapman, but this is what I would say. If you don't have the stubs, this is what your bullpen should probably look like. But anyways, that is going to be the end of the video. I hope you liked it. If you enjoyed or you were entertained, leave a like, subscribe if you have not done so yet. Until then, I'll catch you later.